Yo, what's up? It's Risco. Welcome back to a new from scratch video. Today, instead of going full OG, I think we're gonna go a bit more modern rhythm or like trench, whatever. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's get started. All right, so the first thing I want to do is sound design something real quick. So once again, I'm gonna be using SERUM 2, but to be honest, probably everything I'll do is doable on SERUM 1. So don't worry if you don't have the update. Everything will be the same, I think. All right, so let me add some MIDI notes first. All right, and we're gonna use a square. So let's add this LFO real quick. So I'm debating whether I want to go with a square or a square 4 wavetable. I guess last time I showed you how to make a square 4 wavetable in SERUM. So this time, let's go with a square, and we're going to be using this special filter. Where is it? The HL6-. And if you boost the resonance and this knob, you get some sort of square 4 type sound. You see what I mean? Like, you see that metallic sound? It's because of this filter. So I guess any of these flanges will sound good with a lot of resonance, but this one in particular, it sounds really, really good, especially if you add an LFO on the cutoff. Yeah, look at this. It sounds like this is typical square 4 type sound, right? All right, so now we gotta fine tune the LFO and the cutoff position. Let me add a macro on the rate, just so we can modulate it. Let me add triplet as well. So this one will be the main rate, and I guess I can add one right here also. All right, and straight up, I guess we can go in the effects, add a multiband compressor. A little bit of distortion. Let's add a chorus. I'm adding just a little bit of this chorus just to have some more information in the sides. And on top of that, I'm gonna add the hyper dimension with no hyper, size at 0, and a little bit of dimension. All right, in here, let's add some OTTs real quick. I'm gonna add my reverb rack. And then on top of that, I'm gonna add the reason rack reverb. All right, EQ. Now let's see, let's add some pitch movement a little bit. So if you go in here, MIDI control, you're gonna get the pitch band. All right, I'm not sure about this, but we'll start with this. And now I'm gonna add a subbass that will have the same pitch. So I can just copy the MIDI here, and it should also copy the pitch. Yeah. So make sure your pitch range is also set to the same numbers, +12, -12. Also, one thing I want to do is in SERUM, LFO2 is controlling the filter, but I want a macro controlling the intensity of LFO2. So I'm going to go in here in the matrix, LFO2, and in here, I'm going to set macro, where is it? Macro 3. So now if I have macro 3 at 0, this LFO will have no effect on the filter. So that way we can add some sound variation that's pretty cool. Know what I mean? So let's automate that also. All right, now let's add some drums in here. All right, and now we're gonna layer some claps. And let's top this with a hi-hat. All right, so now we have enough elements that we can start working more on the flow. So let's copy that over and yeah, let's start working on the flow. So already right here, I think, let me add a speed change with the main rate here. So, okay, for that, the second part here, I'm gonna change the filter movement. All right, on top of that, I'm gonna add another layer that's gonna be more of a Hyperbase. So let me show you what I mean right here, SERUM. I have a preset already that I've gave on other projects, but let me show you how it's made. It's basically 2 saw waves with a lot of unison, and detune is all the way up for both. I added a comps filter because it adds more flavor, but basically that's it. And the LFO is on the coarse pitch of both oscillators. It's up 22% on both, and it just sounds like a Hyperbase, basically. Let me show you. Know what I mean? So you add that on top of your basses and it fills up the frequency, and it just helps with, you know, more energy and stuff. I think that this clap doesn't sound super good, so let me add another layer. Alright, so now I'm just adding some effects in the background just to build some more energy. And now I'm gonna add another layer for like having more tension. So what I'm gonna do is in SERUM, again, I'm gonna use saw waves with a lot of unison and detune. And maybe I'll filter just to cut some high end like this. And then I'm just gonna add some notes like that. And then you can drown this in reverb, and it's gonna make like an ambience pad or tension pad, whatever. You can even add an auto pan. And then you can even pitch it around. It might sound dumb, but it might sound good. And even put that an octave up maybe. All right, I think that's a pretty good loop, and now we can loop that once more and change the sound a little bit, change the flow. So here I'm gonna change the pitch movement. Okay, let's try this. Copy and paste. All right, let's change the filter movement. Maybe we can be like more consistent with it. All right, and let's change the LFO rate. Now we can change the pitch on this hyper layer. Let's go in here. Again, let me change the pitch movement. And change the filter also. Now let me just resample this clap together, because now that I remove the kick and all the compression that I have here, without the kick, this clap sounds way louder. So I'm just gonna resample it and lower the volume. And yeah guys, just like that, this is how you make modern rhythm in SERUM using a square wave. I think it sounds pretty good, to be honest. I'm gonna make a quick intro and mix and master this a little bit just so we can hear the final result properly. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of the future videos. This project file will be available on my Patreon, so make sure you check it out. Thank you so much for watching. This is Driscoll, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
And yo!